This is a J Relly exclusive.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Chee Chatman with the Chee Chatman Show, Media on Mill. I got a very special guest in the building today. And we go way back, before, like MySpace days type shit.
No, so, for real.
She's been out here grinding, doing her thing out here, and just glowing.
Period.
So I'm clocking T today, so we're gonna talk about a little bit of everything today. And for the people that don't know you, go ahead and do your introduction.
Okay, for sure. What's up, everyone? My name is Asia Tyree. A little bit about me. Some people may know me as a songwriter. I do music, a little bit of media, a little bit of here and there, a little bit of everything.
Hello.
So I just be out grooving, doing my thing. That's pretty much me.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And we're just going to dive into it right now. Let's talk about your upbringing.
My upbringing?
Yeah. How was your upbringing?
It was chill. For the most part, I grew up in Arizona.
Okay.
So Phoenix, Arizona. I grew up on the east side. I lived in a rough neighborhood.
Okay.
But it was nice. You know what I mean? Like I had my family. I grew up with my two older brothers inside of my household. And my mom. My dad, he lived somewhere different, so he wasn't like there all the time, but he was definitely like supportive, like from afar though, you know?
Absolutely.
But no, I had a lot of like friends, some bullies. I used to get in a lot of fights.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk
growing
about
up. I think people kind of misunderstood me too, because I have like a different kind of vibe, a different kind of like, even my voice, you know, like some people might be like, oh, she's like really valley, or like, what's up with her? Like, what's good? Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, it's more than what the looks appear, you know? So I had a very different upbringing, but like for those who know me, they know me, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So tell people about the east side of Phoenix.
The east side?
The east side of Phoenix. What before you dive into that, what elementary school did you go to?
So I went to a few. I pretty much was in like the Bolts district.
Okay.
So my first elementary was like Griffith, and then I went to Orangedale where I met like a lot of my friends, even like Kayana. Remember Kayana? Yeah. So I met her there, and those were like some of my friends that I like came up with, you know, like really solid friends. But in that general neighborhood and the like the east side area, that's where I met a lot of people that I'm rocking with like today, you know. Like I move away, I come back, we're still like rocking with each other from like kids, you know, from JIT. So it's all love. But I would say that area, it was what it was, like, you know, like any other like neighborhood kind of coming up. It just had like its rough edges. Like I said, I had a lot of friends. I was always outside, playing outside. I hung out with a lot of older kids too, so they would always like put me on game about like certain things, like what was going on, even how to scrap, like you know, that type of shit, a lot of mixture too. So I grew up with you know, a lot of like Mexicans, Hispanics, you know, of course, Black folks, like whatever, you know. So it was like always that mixed genre of people.
It's crazy because I went to Wilson Elementary.
Oh, you did? Okay, that wasn't like too far away,
not
right?
Too far.
It was like on like Roosevelt or something.
Like Griffith, Crockett, Madison, Creighton, Papago, Balts.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of those schools, you know, hella Hispanics, you know, it's all dominated by Hispanics. So,
yeah,
that's how I kind of learned that. Even though I lived on the south side, I went to school on the east side. So So I got the best of both worlds. Of
everything. And then you had friends in different areas too. Absolutely. So like a lot of my friends moved away. So like when my best friend had moved to the south side, I was always on the south side with her, you know, and always dabbling over there and getting into activities over there. Or like I had friends on the west side. So I'd be like on the west side doing stuff, just moving around. So like everywhere was like home, you know what I mean? Like I'd be all the way in Avondale, like doing whatever over there with my homegirls, you know, just vibing. So
the east side means so much to me. Like it's so dear to my heart. And I just, even when I do a lot of different interviews, I always show the east side love.
Exactly.
Always.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. I loved it. For sure. It was good vibes.
That's what's
Always.
up. So are you the baby? You're the baby out of your siblings?
I am, yeah.
How was that growing up? Spoiled? Was you spoiled?
I wouldn't say spoiled, but I was my mom's only girl.
Okay.
So she had a different level of like protection over me. Like she knew the boys were going to take care of it for themselves, you know, but she had to be like extra like watchful with me, especially like in the area that we came up in. You know what I mean? Like different guys trying to like play the pimp cards and like all that. Yeah. She's like, nah, my baby ain't going. So it was like just, you know, she had to be extra careful with me. That was all really. But I also have 2 older sisters, but they're from my dad. Oh, so yeah, but I'm still the baby. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. We're gonna jump into your mental health.
Okay.
How is your mental health?
Oh, so I've actually suffered from episodes of anxiety.
Okay.
In the past, and even now, like I get really anxious, like before things come up, which is like natural, but like it's, you know, like a little panic, a little panicky, you know. So mental health is definitely like priority for me, and I support mental health and people who are going through it. I try not to like dust it off like, oh, it's nothing, you know, because it's definitely something. Absolutely. For sure.
That's what's up. And how do you cope and how do you deal with mental health? Like what are some of the things you do to kind of get your mind off what you're going through?
For me, I like to meditate a lot. I honestly like to pray.
Okay.
So I feel like just praying and getting in that space, it really helps to relieve that stress and that anxiety, that worry, because I feel like anxiety really comes from worry.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like when you're praying, you're meditating on it, you're like, all right, I'm about to let go and let God like deal with it all. Absolutely. Then, you know, that's going to do it for me every time.
That's what's up. Yeah, I meditate a lot. Like I got a stressful job. I work from home. And then I have my daughter some days with me at home. So I'm like trying to multitask.
Exactly.
Cook, put her down, meetings. So I'm like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Because it can get real stressful. So let me just meditate. I have the meditation music playing.
Oh yeah,
and I'm just going through my element, getting in my zone, especially on Mondays. Like tomorrow, it's like, you know, Mondays is always busy. So I'm like, let me get my mind right.
Exactly.
Let me get my mind right.
Especially if you have kids, you know what I mean? Because that's like an addition. For sure. That's for sure. People think it's nothing, but that's definitely something too. Absolutely. You know, like it's very stressful. Yeah.
So what do you mix with? What do you?
So I mix with a few things actually. So I have like a Nigerian. Basically, I'm African American. So I'm African American. I'm East Asian and I'm Indian. Okay. Cherokee Indian.
That's what's up. Yeah. You got a little bit of everything.
And also Irish.
Okay. That's what's up.
So my family, they're really mixed up.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I'm just like a little melting pot.
That's dope. Yeah. That's super dope.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep.
So walk us through your day-to-day. So
my day-to-day.
From the time you wake up until when you go back to bed. Let's talk about it.
When I wake up, first I have a planner for like every day. I have a task and I really stick to that task. I'm like, this is what I'm doing today. If I got an appointment, if I got things to do, I'm gonna follow that immediately. But I usually wake up, I'll pray first. Okay. I'll pray, get my day started like that. You know, I'm gonna probably have some tea, glass of tea. I don't eat right away. I like to fast sometimes in the morning. So I kind of I'll gradually work my way up to like solid food. So I might have like a smoothie first. I might, you know, I'm definitely gonna hygiene, shower. I have a cat. I don't have kids right now. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure my baby's straight.
That's your baby. Okay.
I'll make sure my cat's straight. And yeah, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna see what I gotta do for that day. You know what I mean? Absolutely. But for the most part, that's what I'll go to the gym. Just depending, either in the morning time or I'll go at nighttime. I like to stretch. It just depends on how busy my day is, like what I can fit in and what I can't. But that's pretty much what I'm going to do.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Let's talk about dating. Are you dating? Are you in a relationship? How's your love life? How's Asia's love life?
Ooh. Love life is... It's been good, you know. I would say right now at this particular moment, I'm not dating anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was dating someone, but not anymore.
Okay, what happened? What happened?
I think our lives are just very different from each other.
Okay.
And he also does music too.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think like it just wasn't aligning the way that we wanted to, and kind of just got off course.
No, I mean, it
Yeah.
happens. It happens. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes people ain't on the same page.
Yeah,
Different
exactly.
goals.
Exactly.
They want different things out of life.
Yeah.
You know, so it
Exactly.
happens.
And I also think too, just wanting to be in that space where you're ready to be like vulnerable with somebody else, where you're ready to like share things and like I don't know, you're not afraid, you know, to stepping into like that intimacy. That's like number one. And I think like men, sometimes they have a hard time being comfortable and like sharing how they feel or like sharing their feelings. So I think it's important for women to always be like a safe space for a man to always be able to, you know, share that with them.
Absolutely.
You know, because men, they're always taught like, I gotta be tough. Like,
I
can't share my feelings. I can't let her know that I rock with her
no,
like too much.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You know, because I'm afraid of getting like taken advantage of, or she might like be on some other time. But it's like, I don't know.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I think for me, I always try to practice that, you know, whether that's relationship or with friends, family. I always try to be like a safe space for people where they feel like calm and chill around me, and they feel like they could, you know, talk to me about whatever.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And what is your type? What type of guys do you go for?
Type? I don't really have like a specific type, but I think for me, like we just have to be able to like rock on a deeper level. Like I'm not really like good at like surface level kind of vibes. So I got to be able to like communicate with that person. I would say maybe have some goals, like be creative or like doing something,
have
you
some
know,
shit going on. Yeah.
It don't matter if you do pottery, like just have something going on. Right.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What role has love and relationships played in your journey in life?
Oh man, major. Yeah, major. I was just thinking about this like yesterday, but I feel like a lot of people, when they go through certain relationships and they don't work out or something doesn't work out, they're like, oh, you know, that was a lesson and like it wasn't a blessing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like we're all just learning lessons, but the lessons are blessings, you know, because they carry us into the next chapter of growth. Of like where we want to be, or like, okay, this is how I'm going to move next time. Like I'm going to move differently because I learned something from this experience, you know? So instead of looking at things like, oh man, like that didn't work out and it's a fail and it's, you know, all this and that, we can look at it as, okay, it was a blessing. What did I learn from this? Because I feel like ultimately we're just kind of learning from each other.
Absolutely.
You know, we're all here learning from each other. So it's like, just learn well, teach well kind of thing.
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you. We're gonna jump into the music.
Okay.
We're gonna jump. I was all in your business right now. We're gonna jump into the music.
It's okay.
Music seems to be a big passion for you. What inspired you to get into music?
Man, so I don't know if you know, but my cousin is Musiq Soulchild.
Oh wow.
He's like my first cousin.
Okay.
So in our household, there was always like something surrounding music. You know, he's definitely like an idol of mine, like someone that I look up to musically.
Okay.
But yeah, there's always just been music around. Whether or not my family did music or not, they always infiltrate. You know, like they're like, okay, this, that, like we got all the like, we got everything. We got what you need. You know. And then growing up with, you know, both my brothers who are older than me, they kind of put me on to like different genres and like music and things like that, and especially my mom. I kind of grew up, we were listening to Cash Money. Okay. You know, she was Shake and Tell in the kitchen making food. So like it was like that in my house. You know, we were bumping D'Angelo. We had the box. Remember the box? It was like back in the day, like the 90s. You know. So we had all those things, and I was just inspired by that. you know, just
Absolutely.
inspired by my upbringing. And yeah, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna start writing music. So that's kind of how I started. I started writing music, and then I started rapping.
That's what's
I
up.
was heavily influenced by like Jay-Z and like Kanye, of course, like back then, and you know, just a little bit of everything.
Absolutely.
So I was like, all right.
And you're not just stuck in one box. Like you love all type of
I
different music,
do.
and that's the dope part.
I do. Like I will listen to like alternative rock, like I'll listen to jazz, I'll listen to all kind of music, you know, like I'm not like, I don't really like country.
Okay.
Like I'm not into, I'm really rock.
The
I do like a little Shania Twain.
The beehive going to attack you right now. You know, the beehive is going
a
to
little
get you.
Shania, but
Okay.
that's it. Like
That's
we're
it.
not, you know, not
That's
going
what's
too heavy.
That's what's
But
up.
yeah.
That's what's up. When it comes to creating, what do you like better? Beats, picking beats, writing, or the recording process?
I would say for the beats, I like the beats. I like picking the beats. I have a lot of cool producers that I work with or that I have worked with in the past, and like they just seem to always send me the vibes. So it's never like super complicated. Like, oh my God, I gotta sit here and go through all these beats. Like, I usually am able to find a beat like really quick, and I do like going to the studio. It does take a long time. You do get hungry. Like,
for sure.
You're there for hours. You're like, dang, like, you know, voice is hurting. But it's fun too. You know, like you're just in there vibing with everybody and just having a good time too. So I would say I like a little bit of both, you know, both really good processes.
That's what's up.
And necessary. So, so yeah.
Explain your creative process.
My creative process? Yeah. I gotta be in the mood, to be honest. Yeah, sure. Like something has to like spark me to wanna be in that space where I'm like, I wanna create this. Because usually I'll create from something. Absolutely. Whether it be like an experience or just something going on that's like, okay, this is sparking me to do this. You know, so that's kind of where I get that creative energy from, you know.
Absolutely. I was like looking on your Instagram, right, and like your artwork, like your single covers. If you're dropping an EP and album, everything is like you have a certain type of rollout that you do. Yeah. So kind of explain like when you're getting ready to drop something, like a single, an EP, an album, as far as promotion. How do you go about promotion? I want to do this music video here. I want it to look like this. Yeah. Your artwork, your merch, like what is that type of? Let's talk about that process.
Okay, so for me, I kind of have this like concept. It's like romanticize everything, or like I don't know, a certain like aesthetic that I want to go for, and it's not romance in terms of like love or like that kind of romance, but in terms of passion or like a look or a feeling, you know. So I want everything to have like a feel, like a certain kind of feel to it. Absolutely. You know. And that's kind of like what I think about. Also, I'm really inspired by the 80s and the 90s and that overall aesthetic and look and like feel to things. I feel like even the films and movies back then, everything was just very different. So I try to create from that kind of space. Like, how can I make this feel authentic and real and passionate? You know, that's kind of,
because I was like looking at one of your like mic drop videos that you did. Yeah. You had the mic dropped and you're like in like a desert, right? Yeah, yeah. So that and then like a lot of your visuals, you have like that like 80s, 90s type of retro, vintage type of film and vibration. So I do definitely see that vision in your videos.
Yeah, for sure. The mic drop, that one was kind of a different vibe, you know? Yeah. It was a vibe that I haven't really done before, so aesthetically, but it was, you know, it was different.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Describe the type of music you make.
I would say it's alternative, like R&B.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I would say it's that. Yeah. That's what.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And who are some of your musical influences? Besides, you said Musiq Soulchild earlier, your cousin.
Yeah. Sade, for sure. I
Okay.
love Sade. The Weeknd. I really like The Weeknd, and I would say Kanye.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
Just like my top kind of three, you know.
yeah.
When I was rapping, it was different, but then I transitioned into like alternative R&B, so I was like, okay, I have like a different kind of like
Absolutely.
gravitation to these artists now. Whereas
Absolutely.
when I was rapping, I had a, you know,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, because I know a lot of the stuff that you do, like you're very unique. Like
Ew.
there's not too many people out here. A lot of the locals or and the females are going crazy right now. So a
Yeah,
lot of
for sure.
local AZ females are like really really popping.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of them sound the same. You know, like I
Mm.
can put on someone, like I could put you on right now and be like, that's Asia. You know what I'm saying? Some
Yeah,
people
absolutely. Thank
you
you.
be like, who the fuck is it? Because everyone
Yeah.
sounds the same. So you're
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't have any originality. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So you're
I
very
agree.
different, very unique. Your music's different. Your beat selection's different. Your engineering and production is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
A lot of people be like, it's not mix, it's not master. Like, what is this? You're
Yeah.
just putting it out just because
Yeah.
you're trying to stay consistent. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
they're not. And I can tell with you, you actually put a lot of work and money into your projects.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I'm all about the music scene. I
Yes.
peep what's going on, who's
Yeah.
popping, who's not popping, and just kind of seeing what you do is just like she's really taking this serious. You know what
Thank
I'm saying?
you. I do.
So
I do. I
absolutely.
try to take it real serious, and it's really shuts out to the people that I work with too. Because like even like living in California, living here, like I've been able to come across engineers and producers who really like care about their work and who's really passionate about their work, and they really take studio time like really serious, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's really what it is too, you
That's
know,
what's
just the
up.
people around me, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. What
it's the teamwork.
absolutely. Which female artists locally would you love to collaborate with and what makes them stand out to you?
Ooh, that is a hard one.
Hmm.
I feel like since I moved back, I've kind of been out of the loop.
Out of the
I'm
loop.
not
Yeah.
gonna lie with
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what's going on locally, but mm, I'm trying to think. I don't even know right now.
What about males?
Males,
What?
there's a couple of male like rappers I would like to work with, but mostly I just say anyone who's just bringing that energy, you know,
Yeah.
bringing that
Hmm.
energy, and that's really talking about something in their music. Because I feel
Substance.
substance. I feel like
Absolutely.
nowadays people just kind of put out whatever, and they just talk about like a lot of hoorah. But I think it's if you do music, it's kind of like meditation. You know,
Hmm.
like you're putting meditation in people's ears, things that people are going to repeat on and on and on. So it's like, what
Absolutely.
is the message that you're
And that's what's
sending to
behind.
people? Especially like I've worked with kids, and it's been kind of recent, and
Hmm.
I really thought about it, and I'm like, okay, this is the next generation, you
Hmm.
know, so how can we influence these
The
kids and
youth.
the
Yeah.
youth who's
Absolutely.
growing up, and you know, it's more than just like bitches and hoes and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
stuff like that, you know.
Absolutely.
um I know a rapper right now that I would love to work with, but I feel like they're still kind of in that element where they're trying to like transition from like kind of being I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
Hmm.
like
But
just kind of like talking about whatever,
yeah.
but for
Yeah.
the people, because they're a really great artist, they're a
Hmm.
really great rapper, but I feel like they could take it up a notch by, you know,
Yeah. I know what you mean.
talking about something more with substance,
Substance.
because they
Yeah.
know how to do that, but they're just like, well, this is fast and
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
easy, so I'm
Yeah.
just gonna kind
Yeah.
of take
Yeah.
this route. But I
Absolutely.
think like if they transitioned into that point, like I would really want to work with them
Yeah.
because they're great artists,
Hmm.
you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It seems like you're very selective about who you want to work with.
Yeah.
You're not just because they're hot, they're popping. It
Yeah.
doesn't
No.
necessarily mean like, oh, I want to work with that person. You're like, I don't like the message they're giving out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to, like you said, create this music for the youth, and substance and give out a great message instead of just jumping on a viral hit or a TikTok song or whatever the case may be. So I respect that.
And like I used to be like that because I used to rap. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I was rapping. I had a bunch of videos out. I was like blowing up doing rap. I was opening up for artists, you know, like Machine Gun Kelly, YG. I was in like a whole little music group. And then I had went through something like kind of spiritually, like I had like a spiritual awakening, I guess. Absolutely. And I had took everything down. So I like deleted all my rap videos. I deleted like my whole persona. Yeah. And I just started over. Started fresh. From the ground. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do singing, songwriting, because it's more easier. Excuse me. Because when you're rapping, it's not just about rapping, you know what I mean? It's also a lifestyle. So you're living that lifestyle. Like I know rappers right now who they're not just rapping, like they're actually having to live a certain way. Sometimes they want to live like that, but sometimes they don't. They don't, and they can't get out of it. It's kind of like a prison, you know? And especially for women, it's low-key kind of dangerous. Like when I was rapping, like I wasn't always in the best kind of circumstances, you know, or I had people that were kind of trying to prey on me, you know? Absolutely. So I was like, okay, I can't do this. Like I was praying and I was like, I can't. And during that time I had people that were kind of like, you know, trying to get me to kind of be on their like squad a little bit. Like I had people reaching out to me like Shoreline Mafia, ASAP Mob, like people like that. But at that time I wasn't mentally, you know, trying to stay in that vibe. So I was like, what's more important, you know? Absolutely. And that's the thing too, like being presented with opportunities and be like, okay, like my morals are more important than this opportunity. So I'm not going to take that route. Absolutely. You know, I like to say, rejection is God's protection. Absolutely. Kind of thing. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah. And
you stayed in Cali, so I know a lot of like that Cali lifestyle is super different because that's where all the stars are at.
It is.
It's like very fast paced. And you know, you mentioned like YG, Shoreline Mafia. You know, there's a certain image or persona that they have to keep up with, even though they're probably making millions and millions of dollars, where they can just kind of like pull out of whatever the gang lifestyle, but since it's, I think the more money that they're getting and the more fans, that it just makes them want to do it even more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, and it's kind of like having balance in your life and knowing when to stop and knowing, you know, I think you have to have some kind of foundation. And for me, that's like God. Like that's my spiritual foundation. That's like, all right, I know what I'm like, this is a line for me, and I know what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do. Absolutely. You know? And I think God has shown me that in my paths in so many ways. Like even when I was living in Cali, this was around like 2020, 2021, MTV was rebooting Making the Band with P. Diddy. And back then P. Diddy wasn't in trouble yet. So he was good, right? But I had the opportunity to audition, and then I ended up getting into the next level. So the producer wanted me to be on the show. So COVID ended up happening. Okay. Yeah, so that kind of like crushed everything. And at the time, I was transitioning from LA to move to San Francisco, but I was really down about it because I just felt like, okay, here's like something. There's an opportunity here. This is a break, because I feel like things lead into other things. So even if I were to be on the show and then it went into something else, it's still like, okay, maybe this is a door for me, right? An outlet. Absolutely. An outlet. Absolutely. So I was kind of bummed about it. And my mom, she's really spiritual, but especially when it comes to the entertainment like industry, like she's always been kind of just in tune spiritually and connected with different artists on a spiritual level. Okay. Because she's like, it's something about it. Like she just doesn't really rock with it like that. And she doesn't always like the fact that, you know, I'm a musician or like I'm around certain people like that. But she was like, no, like I don't want you even working with Diddy. No, absolutely. It's so crazy. It's crazy. Like his aura is like,
it's crazy that you mentioned that, because you know, we hear all these stories. Like I'm a big fan of Tink. I like Tink, right?
Yeah.
And she was like kind of telling her story. You know, a lot of the times when females tell their, like, if they come out and be like, this happened to me, a lot of people are just like, we kind of, I think the world just kind of sweeps it under the rug, right?
Yeah.
So you can, you know, she's like, you know, she used to be, I think Timberland discovered her, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
She was signed to him.
Yeah.
And she's been out for a while, but then she just kind of like, years ago, she kind of like popped.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So she was just saying like all this stuff about Timberland and how he was just like an asshole, you know?
Really?
Like, yeah, she like came out, she was just going crazy.
That's actually shocking.
She was talking about so bad about him.
Really?
And she was trying to get out that contract with him.
Wow.
And I don't think he was trying to let her out.
Yeah.
And she's like, because she's been like, even like back in the day when I used to hear Tink, never knew what she looked like. I just heard her music. Like, I'm like in the MySpace era, right?
Yes.
So she's been out for a while.
For a long time then.
And then, you know, also she's a dark-skinned female. So, you know, a lot of the times the dark-skinned females, they don't really, they're looking for the light-skinned baddie. You know, they don't really give a fuck, right?
Colorism.
Yeah, so she, you know, found her way out of that, but I don't think she is popping how she should, because she's been in there. She's not no Janae. You know, that's Janae, right?
Yeah,
she just boom. But
I
was kind of like following her, listening to her story, and how like she kind of thought this would be a great opportunity for her, just for her to, you know, get shelved or false promises and things of that nature. You know, however the music industry is.
Exactly.
You know, we always hear bad stuff about the music industry.
Exactly.
But I just kind of that just came in my head, and then Bryson Tiller recently just talked about Timberland as well.
Really?
Like how he said, "Quit your job, I got you."
I seen something
so
about that.
So he quits his job, and then Timberland kind of disappeared. Like, bro,
crazy.
I got a kid, bro. I got to take care of my kid. Like, so you know, you hear all these people tell these, but like, okay, maybe this person, like, because we think these people are just the greatest people in the world, but
because of what they're showing,
behind closed doors, behind closed doors, they're like Diddy.
Yeah.
Like, damn, like all this shit, this is $1 billion person.
Exactly.
He's just a weirdo behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I had a lot of homies that kind of in the music industry that kind of, so this is, you know, I'd rather go independent, do my own thing, than sign to a major label, because, you know, you got these people in front of you kind of wiggling. You know, you want this, then you got to do X, Y, and Z.
And you know who's a great example of that? Larry June.
Yeah.
He's a great example of being independent. Actually, I've known him for a really long time, like way like back in the day, when he wasn't even like on yet. Yeah. So watching him grow and just like the way that he actually did it was so important and so key. Because I think that like for a lot of rappers, that's definitely like a model that you can like
absolutely.
look to, because he stayed independent, and that was really smart. So he had like all the rights, and you know, he had all the masters to his music his catalog. But then on top of that, he had other things going on, you know, like other investments, other things he does, you know, to stay financially like relevant and stable in that kind of way. Because it is hard. It's hard to work around the music industry if you're not signed or if you're not with a label. But then they do screw you too, you know, if you don't know what you're doing. So I think it's important to always brush up your skills on that. You know, if you want to be in the entertainment industry, it's like, all right, kind of look into it a little bit and study. You know, my mom always says, get a book, get a music business book, learn about contracts, you know, so like legal things.
That's what's up. And we gonna jump into your drip, right? I was on your gram.
Okay.
You fly as a motherfucker. You always got it on. You can kind of switch it up from streetwear.
I was literally gonna say that about you. Like I swear, like from the time I've like been knowing you since we were like kids, like you just always had it on. Like every time I see bro, he had it on.
I appreciate it.
Shoes clean, everything. Like I see you at the fair, a party, the march, wherever. Arizona Mill.
Absolutely.
I'm like, okay, we know she's gonna have it.
Man, you know, fashion is everything.
Yeah, it is. It's expression.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your fashion style. Describe your fashion style.
So I had actually went to school for fashion. Okay. Yeah, like I went to college for fashion marketing and design. And then I ended up going to school for something else later. But I've just always been into fashion. My grandmother, she's from Philly.
Okay.
So she had a leather shop back in Philly. And she was making things for like Patti LaBelle back then and like people like that. Yeah. So I think with my family being from the East Coast and then being from Philly, they just like kind of always, not really everyone, but my grandmother specifically had always just instilled that in me.
Absolutely.
Like, don't leave the crib without earrings on. Like, make sure your fit is clean. Like, you know, even if you're having a bad day, like, make sure you look good, though. You know, so just kind of always putting that in me. So it just was always in me, you know, like if I'm, whatever I'm going through, I'm going to make sure I look fly. I'm going to make sure I got on something clean.
Absolutely. You more, summer vibes with the fashion, or do you like winter?
I like winter.
Like winter?
Yeah, because I love like coats and hoodies and like stuff like that. Like I would do well in New York. Like if I lived in New York or something, like that would be fine for me. Because like I love a good boot and a good, you know, whatever. Yeah.
Absolutely. But, and you switch it up a lot because you can throw some heels on.
Yeah.
With a New York fitted.
Yeah.
Or you can throw on the Larry June healthy organic shirt.
Yeah.
With some heels.
Yeah.
Streetwear.
Exactly.
So when you're about to pop out, what are you going with? You going with sneakers, or you going to throw the heels on? Like, what's your vibration?
It just depends too. Like, it depends on the occasion. Like, I don't know. I probably won't rock like the sneaks to like a date or something, a dinner date. But you know, if I'm just on some like chill type stuff with my friends, like we're walking around, we're doing something like that, I might throw in the sneaks. Or it just really depends. Like I like to kind of, I like to switch it up. So it just really, I like to check in with my friends. Like if I'm going out with my friends, I'm gonna ask them, be like, are y'all wearing heels? Are y'all wearing
what's the vibe?
You know, like
what's
sneakers, because I want to see what the vibe is like.
I
don't want to be the only one in heels, you know, just
That's
like marching around. But yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. As far as your nails, you know, white was in back in the day. Remember, everybody was getting white.
Yes.
Do you think French tips should come back? You think French tips should?
I love a classy French tip.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it romantic, even with the nails.
Yeah. For sure.
And like short too. Like I don't like the crazy long nails. I used to, but like not anymore. Like I like to just keep it really classy, real cute. You know,
that's what's
very
up.
demure.
That's what's up. Very demure. I feel you. What keeps you motivated and grounded?
Ooh, so God.
Okay.
For sure. I think that's what keeps me grounded and humble, you know? And really just my family, my upbringing. Like I've had a lot of, just my family members in general. Like they're really knowledgeable. They're very grounded people. They're very chill. And so I think that's really it.
That's what's up. Yeah. What advice would you give the younger you?
Ooh, the younger me. I would say do what pleases your heart, you know. Don't listen to everybody and what they have to say. Like kind of like go your own way. People are going to judge you. People are going to tell you what you can and can't do. But just always follow your heart and making sure your desires align with God's will for your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my advice I would give.
That's what's up. Define happiness and have you found it?
Happiness. I think happiness is where love is. I think love is a very strong foundation, because that was kind of like one of the first commandments that God told us to do, was to love. So I think where you have love, you will have happiness, you know?
Yeah.
And what you have love for, you will find happiness in that too. What you're passionate about.
Absolutely.
You know, you could be passionate about going to the fair.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to find happiness.
For sure.
You know?
Absolutely.
You could be passionate about your family, have love for this, that. That's where you're going to find happiness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's all tied in.
Tied in together. What are 3 things you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for God. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the people that I have in my life.
Absolutely.
I think that's so important, you know.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And what's next for you? What can people look for? Like what's up? New music?
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Definitely new music. I kind of slowed down on music a little bit. I had took a lot of my music off of the platforms because I was switching to another platform that's helping me with getting my music into like TV and movies.
Absolutely.
So probably looking forward to that. And then also I just graduated college, so I went back to school for my bachelor's degree. Thank you. I'm looking to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
To go to law school. So that's something that I'm working on right now.
That's a grind.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm. I don't know. Like it's all like up in the air right now. But I have like a mentor that I'm working with right now, and dope. I'm looking forward to applying myself to that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes.
Man, I really appreciate you. I mean, you know, taking time out your day and doing this, and you know, we've been knowing each other for a long time.
Yes,
and I always want to shed light on people that are actually doing great things out here. You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? And I don't care if you got 1 million followers. I don't care if you got 5 followers. It's just I love to link with the people I grew up with or people that I know that are actually doing something positive and kind of telling their story. Tell them, like, you know, who is Asia Tyree?
Yes, exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
right?
So I hope a lot more people, my followers, can know a little bit more about you.
For sure.
And where can people follow you at?
Oh, Asia Tyree on the gram, Twitter, Threads, wherever.
Okay, the whole 9
Asia Tyree.
No, I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
We're going to be dropping this week, sometime this week. We're going to drop it. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, let me know.
But thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
It's the Chee Chatman Show. Asia Tyree.
Thank you.
And
keep doing your thing too.
Appreciate
this is good for the community,
Absolutely.
like, and everything. Keep rocking, keep doing your thing.
Thank you so much.
We see you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, we gone. Peace out.